my name is Emma and welcome to today's video. Did you realize anything different from like the last videos? Like, I don't know, my hair? I'm very excited to tell you that I'm back. Today's RT is gonna be about high school. So, as you know, RT, you don't actually see the drawing. You just know that I'm drawing. And we're gonna draw together. My God, what is this hair? This is unacceptable. Today's sketch is gonna be super simple because I haven't been drawing much, which means rusty hands. So, high school. What grade are you in? I'm a senior and I go to a school. That's it. Welcome to today's RT. Yeah. How were your first days in high school? Well, they were actually pretty boring, okay? And that's because I didn't really have friends, you know? I was on my own probably the whole day. Like, I knew people, but I don't think they see me as a friend or, you know, vice versa. They were harsh, you know, because it was like my first days in high school and it's a new experience and everything. After I got like the hang of it, it was actually pretty nice, you know? All I did was draw and stay alone, and then How I Met Ray was kind of weird because I don't talk to people, you know? But then I saw her drawing Ottoman from Attack on Titan, and then I was like, wait, is this an anime character? And then she was like, no, but what anime? And I was like, Attack on Titan. And we both freaked the hell out. No, oh my God, you're an otaku, I'm an otaku too. She kept following me. She insisted on becoming my friend, but I didn't. I was just pushing her away. I had Ray as my friend, I had Lemma, and here we are now. Like, we're a family, and I love that. But I can't help pulling in the... Did you make friends in high school, or was it hard? You know, I was alone my whole life, so it was actually pretty hard for me to make friends. It was so hard to the point where I kept pushing people away, like Ray. And making friendship isn't that hard, you know? If you just push yourself, if you just tell yourself that everything's gonna be okay, all you need is a little push, you know, and just say hi. What are your plans after graduation? Let me tell you, hold on, let me tell you. I really want to like travel to Japan, work more on my art. I have a lot of plans in my head, and they're all about like me being independent and me improving myself, you know? And that's amazing. Rude. It's actually pretty hard to draw and talk. Have you ever been bullied? If so, how did you get over it? You know, I wasn't physically bullied. I was a kid, okay? Everyone was like mocking me because of my height, or sometimes I would be excluded from like playing and kids would take the toys away from me and everything. And then from 1st grade to like 6th grade, I was always excluded from everywhere. People would be like, oh, come here and sit with us, let's play a game. And then I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I'll be there. And they will be like, yeah, high five. And then it would be like, yeah, well, that was a sign that you're not loyal, and we don't want people like that, so you're not a friend anymore. Those days were horrible. And you can call it bullying if you want, but 8th and 9th grade, I had my stuff ripped, my painting ruined. It was horrible. Those 2 years were horrible as hell, and I've always felt alone through these 2 years. But I was always telling myself that, you know what, no matter what happens, I have my own back, and I'm gonna face it on my own, even when I was a kid. And I never really told my parents that, oh my God, the kids don't like me, oh my God, this and that. I just stayed silent. Whenever they excluded me, for example, I'd play alone. Or whenever they said something about me, like for example, oh my God, you're such a jerk, then I'd be like, oh well, okay. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I'm kind of both. I don't know if this makes sense, but I was an actual introvert when I was a kid. Like, I used to talk to a lot of people. But after the bullying and everything, I stayed very silent. Especially when it came to like 7th grade. Yeah, I had enough. I stayed alone the whole time. So I'm kind of an introverted extrovert because I'm always alone. But when people come and talk to me, I actually open conversations and, you know, talk and such. Like, I don't mind talking to people. I just don't want to. Did you ever go Did you ever go through some trouble in high school, and can you mention them? The student counselor really hated me like the past 2 years, and she was always like making problems for me in between me and my friends and teachers and everything, and I had problems in like myself and how stressed out I got and everything. Yeah, so the student council was one big problem in my high school life. But you know, she's finally gone. How do you manage to make art and study at the same time? I'm very unorganized, okay? But whenever I'm studying, I always have a sketchbook by my side and like sketch while I'm studying, or at a class. And I'm the type of person that if I sketch, I don't really get distracted from like class, you know? I know how to do both at the same time. It actually makes me focus. And I don't really study on the weekends. So yeah, I always had my sketchbook by my side. I always had it in my bag. I never let go of it. So whenever I feel like drawing, I just pull it out. It's always a small sketchbook. And they're always small sketchbooks like this one. My good friend Ray gave it to me. If you can see, there's notes, there's sketches, there's everything. Everything's here. Keep a sketchbook by your side. Whenever you feel like you don't want to study, whenever you feel like you don't want to focus in class, take a break, sketch. Sketch away, my friend, sketch away. Funny moments you've been through in high school. All of the fights I had with the teachers. The best word you could describe high school in. Colorful. Because you know, emotions kind of have colors. Like sadness is blue, happiness is yellow, anger is red and everything. Because it's full of these amazing experiences and emotions and just roller coasters that are so bright and colorful. It's kind of cringy, it's kind of cheesy. I love school, I really do. Like, I love working, I love studying, I love getting grades. I love everything about it. Even though I skip classes, even though I don't really study sometimes, but I love school, I love learning. You experience a lot of things in high school, like a lot of emotions, a lot of situations that make you feel emotions. And you know, emotions kind of have colors as symbols, like for example, sad is blue and everything. Right? Someone asked me to talk about how social interactions can actually affect someone's grades or, you know, personality. The only word I have for this is be kind to each other. You really need to be kind to people if you want kindness back. Why would you be mean anyways? Like, focus on your grades. That's like the most important thing you want to do. Focus on your damn grades. Leave people alone and just mind your own business. Imagine if you were the reason that someone's like having a bad day or someone got a bad grade because you did this to them and they can't get it out of their heads. That would be cruel. Like, why would you ever do something like that, you know? And the person who's actually being affected, you shouldn't affect yourself that much, because I'm telling you, high school is wild, okay? I'm not telling you that it's not. But you shouldn't let stupid things like, for example, oh my god, a friend said this to me, or someone did that to me. Keep on working. Keep moving forward. High school is really fun if you want it to be. And to be honest, let me tell you one thing that's super important. Popularity doesn't matter at all. Popularity sucks. Look, being known by everyone doesn't mean you're gonna accomplish anything, you know? If you actually want friendship to last when you were in high school, you know, have a small group of like 10 people. I had a group of 16 people and I loved them all, you know? When in high school, focus on your grades, focus on yourself, focus on building yourself. I'm not saying you not to be friends, but you don't have to be like the top of the list. You don't have to be, oh my god, everyone knows this person. Oh my god, I want to be everyone's friend. Then you're gonna feel lonely, you know? If you have many friends, then you won't have close friends that you can actually talk to even after high school. I still talk to my college friends. You know, I didn't care about other people. I just focused on these people and they were amazing. Your social life really affects your grades. So I'm telling you, don't care about popularity. Care about the people that are in front of you. Care about your friends. You have grades, you have a future. You have to keep that in mind. You're going to school because you want to graduate, get some grades, you want to work, right? You don't want to end up alone and known by everyone but alone and feeling lonely, you know? I'm just blabbing away, but I really mean it. Teachers always ruin our day. Just don't let that get to you. I really wish I could, you know, get everyone and talk to them about this, because it's a really long subject if you like think about it. If you were kind school, everyone would be kind to you. If you want to be known by something special, be known because you care about your grades, be known because you have great friends, that's how you want to be known. I mean, that's for me at least. I don't want to be known by everyone and then just have no friends in the end that would like be by my side. That's from my perspective. Yours may be different. Tell me what you think in the comments below. Ha! Wow. It's amazing when you have like close friends that can stay by your side, that can support you, that can study with you. Study groups are amazing, you know? What's your dream job? Graphic designer. I really want to be a graphic designer who can make sketchbooks, who can make stickers, who can make like pins and everything. I want to be that graphic designer. I want to make posters. I want to make... Whoa! I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait for college, and I can't wait to make another video about college. I cannot wait to experience it with you guys. I love doing this with you guys, like, you know, just us having tea, you know, like us spilling tea and everything. I love like you guys asking me questions and then I answer you back and everything. Look, high school is really amazing, okay? If you want it to be. What are your advice in high school in general? Enjoy high school to the very last second. Because in college, you're gonna be serious. You're gonna have to be serious. Make friends, keep close friends, and just talk to people. It's nice, make people happy. It'll make you happy. Don't affect people. Don't talk about people. Care about yourself. Mind your own business. Let people live, you know? And you live your life too. I'm not telling you, oh, skip classes and like, you know, be the bully, be the rebel. You can be a great student. I'm not an excellent student, okay? I'm telling you that, but I know that I have great grades. I know that I want to get now better grades, even though this semester is not really the greatest or the one before. But I'm enjoying high school. Like, I have a group of friends right now that I'm having a lot of fun with, and they're supportive, and you know, my actual friends are always like by my side. If you have a close group, if you have like a number of people that you can trust, that's the most amazing thing that you can have in high school. Like, I could have study groups, but then when I'm at home or when I'm in school, and even if my grades are not amazing as you think, I still have. My second advice is keep a positive mindset. This was actually said to me by my cousin. I always try to have a positive mindset, but it was hard. You could always have bad days. You could always have like bad grades and everything. It's totally fine. You could always have it like every now and then. But you have to support yourself. Prove to yourself that you can do it. I know you can, so just do it. In the end, just know that high school is actually just 3 years, and all you have to do is just keep moving forward if you want to get good grades. My tea is almost done. سوي عن كيف انت لطيفة وحلوة قديش بحبك. شكرا. Thank you a lot. Oh my god, there's tea in my classes. Hold on. The last one was kind of gross. I kind of sketched and I'm not really done, but you know, I had a fun time doing this. I hope you had a lot of fun too, because I did, and I really want to do this again. I love it when you guys interact with me, when you like answer my questions and help me out in videos and everything. That's actually pretty cool. You guys are amazing. You don't know how much I want to tell you guys that it's all gonna be okay. You know, high school is actually pretty fun. High school is amazing, guys. Like, enjoy high school. Get into quizzes when you're like excited and you be like, oh my god, I'm gonna get that A, I'm gonna ace it, and I'm gonna be awesome. I have friends and like I'm gonna have fun with them. I know the high school is hard. I'm not telling you high school is not hard. High school is actually just school in the end, and you have to work. Those 3 years are like the best 3 years you can have. If you guys have any more questions that I didn't answer, I'm sorry about it. If you guys oh my god, if you guys asked, oh my god, so that's it, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I know I haven't been posting. I know it's been like 5 to 7 months. I'm sorry. So much for watching. Tell me guys what you want to see for the next video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. What am I doing? Guys, rude. How does my outfit look? Oh my god, do we look good? Yes, I look good. You look great. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love it when you guys interact with me like this, and I hope we actually do this again. Tell me what you guys want to see for the next video, and I'm really excited to do it. We're back and we're strong, baby. What am I doing? This. Pigeons are literally everywhere. They follow me everywhere. Stop! Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.